Hello everyone, my name is Mary and today I have an angel message and a tarot card reading on the subject of adaptability. So what inspired this message was all the red tail hawks that I've been seeing, and one of the features, one of the meanings, symbolic meanings of red tail hawk is adaptability. And I feel like this is a topic that a lot of people can benefit from, because if the past few years have taught us anything, we need to be adaptable. We need to be able to change and shift and go with the flow. And the phrase that I got for this, if you can see it, is choose what has chosen you. So I tuned into the angels and I specifically felt the very strong presence of Archangel Raziel, who is an angel very devoted to revelations and secrets and knowledge and all of that sort of thing. And the message was choose what has chosen you. And I have another much longer message to share. But this shorter one is all about when life gives you when a circumstance comes across your path that maybe you didn't choose, this circumstance has chosen you, and it's up to you to choose it in return and say, okay, here it is. This is what I'm experiencing. How can I make the best of it? How can I dive into this and really make it work for me? What's the blessing? So choose what has chosen you. So what has chosen you in your life that you are maybe sort of like hesitating to reciprocate, if you find yourself in a health situation or a work situation, you're like, all right, I want to get out of this, but how can I adapt in a way that really expands my soul? So I tuned into Archangel Raziel and I got a channeled message from this angel, and I'm going to share it with you now. So it's not long. And here's what here's what the angel said. There is a gift here, in these circumstances, in this obstacle, in this challenge. There is a bright and shining pathway to be discovered. Your life doesn't belong to just you. It belongs also to a greater and more loving energy than you could possibly imagine. And sometimes gifts of newness are wrapped in surprising circumstances. Be open. Blessings and love. So that's the message. And nothing could be more sweet, more succinct, more perfect on the subject of adaptability. I love especially that this message that there is a shining pathway to be discovered, like, beyond the circumstances that make you feel challenged, that make you feel like you've got to shift your desires or your wants or it's like you really have been pushing for a certain thing to happen in your life, and maybe it's not happening, maybe it'll never happen, maybe it will, but the life circumstance you have right before you has a gift. And if you just step into it, you will find a shining pathway. And I love also this message here. Your life doesn't belong to just you. So yes, we each have our own thing that we're doing. We're on our path. We are sovereign. But we're also part of this much bigger thing, this collective humanity, the family of humanity that we're a part of. But we're also a part of God's creation. Your life doesn't belong to just you. It belongs also to a greater and more loving energy than you could possibly imagine. And so this greater and loving energy has gifts for us that are wrapped in a wrapping paper that looks challenging, that looks like, do I really want that? I'm not sure. It's like sometimes you really just, you got to step into the circumstance that maybe is not your favorite to get to the blessing. So that was the channeled message. So let's see what the tarot card reading has for us. And I cannot figure out why my cameras using my phone and OBS, why it's giving us like an overly blue, bright blue sort of coloration here. I'm not really sure how to fix it. Someday maybe I will, but let's just dive into this. All right, so the deck that I'm using is the Mermaid deck, which is not a deck I normally am drawn to, especially for readings like this. But I was really drawn to it, so in the spirit of adaptability, I'm using it, and we'll see what happens. 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups. Oh, I love it. And the mermaids are just playing. They're so happy. They're so free. They're curious. They're playing. They're not sure. The Page of Wands. Oh my gosh. So far, we're getting very playful, curious vibes. So far, I think the foundation of this message from Archangel Raziel is like, guys, when you feel like circumstances have arisen in your life that are stretching you, that aren't what you planned on, you have to adapt. And when you adapt, you have to just be playful. You've got to be curious. This isn't how it was supposed to be, according to you. Life according to you. You wrote it all out. You decided how it wanted to be. You have desires and wants and, all the things in your head, all the circumstances that live in your head, the eventualities, the outcomes. And sometimes adapting means adapting to a circumstance that wasn't what you kind of wanted. And so this means that you have to approach it with the curiosity of the Page of Wands, with this idea of, I'm not sure what I'm going to discover, but I'm going to discover something. I'm determined to discover something fun here. I'm going to discover something cool. I'm going to play with it. I'm just going to play with it. It's like waiting in the doctor's office waiting room. Like, you're just sitting there, you're waiting, you're here for a purpose, you're here to have some sort of experience. You've got your questions in your head, your whatever it is that you came there for, but you're waiting. And so you're eventually going to get in, but for now you're just waiting. So take a look at the magazines, do something different. What's on your news feed that you've never, the article that you haven't read? What's on the table? Explore. Just try to expand and be playful and be curious, so that this moment, this gift for you, can unwrap itself. And only curiosity and playfulness and an open heart, I think, can really lead you there. Do you remember? Like, this card is about childhood. It's about going back to that time of like playful curiosity where you don't know what the gift is. You don't know what you're gonna get. It's sort of like, what's it gonna be? Let's see. Let's playfully play with this situation. Let's try some new things. Let's look silly. Be open to looking silly. Like that one with the cup on her head, Look silly. Be open to looking silly, because adapting to something means that you're stepping into new territory and you might look a little bit silly. The High Priestess. Ooh, okay, so this is sort of almost opposite vibes, whereas these two cards here are all about playfulness and curiosity and wonder, whereas this one is similar to, in the sense that it's curiosity and wonder, but it's more of a knowledge-based intuition. I know where I'm headed. There's a firmness, there's a spiritual, pathway. But this also, I think, is about the unknown. All three of these cards are very much based on the unknown. The High Priestess is seeking knowledge and answers in a place of intuition, in a place where nothing has been written. It's just this dark, mysterious place of where you go for enlightenment. This the infinite, storehouse of wisdom, where you can go and get these secrets and these beautiful things that will unfurl. I don't know what's all around her. It feels like just ribbons, or just the unfurling around her, I think, are the unfurling mysteries that are hidden in the darkness of infinity. That's what I see in there. And that's what she's looking for. She's looking for the mysteries, the secrets. Raziel is all about mysteries and secrets. And Raziel and the High Priestess, they're like best buds, all right? So when you are faced with with situations in your life that aren't going the way you want them to go, this is what you're being asked to do, to adapt. And so far, adapting looks like playfulness. It looks like being curious and being silly and having a sense of awe and wonder. It's like, okay, this is a gift. Behind this weird circumstance that I'm not really into right now is a shining pathway. Believe that there is a shining pathway for you. And these 3 cards are the doorway to that shining pathway. Not only being playful and curious and having a sense of wonder, but knowing that there are secrets here. Knowing that there's going to be something for you. There's going to be a gift. The High Priestess knows that there are secrets that she can tap into. And she knows how to get to it. Wow. I'm feeling Archangel Raziel's energy. Like, this is, I think, a major message that the Archangel has for you, for me, for all of us. Adapt. My friends, it's time to adapt. Life needs us to change. The world needs us all to change. And we're not going to change in the way that we think we should, or that other people think we should, or the way that it's been written down somewhere. It's gonna go a little differently, and we need to just be playful and roll with it and just laugh and say, all right, there's a secret here. There's some sort of secret. There is some sort of mystery for me to solve, and behind this mystery, behind this this opportunity for adapting, is a shining pathway. Page of Cups. Okay, so this is, if the Page of Wands is all about like curiosity, the Page of Cups is about sincerity. It's about like taking these little baby steps towards in a new direction. It's opening your heart and being like curious about what you can feel and what you'll find. The Page of Cups and the Page of Wands are both giving me very, curious, open, it's okay, you're safe to explore kind of vibes. Isn't this so sweet? I've got this sweet. No wonder this was the deck I was supposed to use. Because look at these guys. Will you look at them? I'm going to pull these 3 cards closer to the camera, because these 3 guys, look at the innocence in these faces. Look at the playfulness, the wonder, the sense of openness. That you gotta, these guys, none of these guys have wounds or triggers that they're trying to hide, or shield themselves from. They're open, they're curious, they're gonna look silly, they're gonna look foolish, they're gonna make a mistake maybe, but it's all in the name of learning. It's all in the name of, stepping into that wonder, that sense of wonder. Did you ever take a walk in the woods or somewhere when you feel, or you're in a park and you feel like playing, you feel like running or jumping or going on the swings? That's the moment. This is it, where it's like, tap into this childlike place of wonder and awe, and you don't know everything, but know that there is a secret there. There is a secret. This is the Easter egg that you're looking for. The High Priestess has it. Maybe this light that she's sort of growing is this knowledge, this secret knowledge. You're going to find it. It's going to be there. There is a gift. Trust us. but just be playful with it. Don't take yourself seriously when you are in a situation where you have to adapt. This is something new, so step into it with a sense of newness, with a sense of like, okay, let's just be, let's forget who we thought we were, let's forget how we thought it was going to be, and let's just be playful, and let's try to put this cup on our head and be silly, and like, what is this? This is brand new. Let's approach it from a brand new perspective. And the Cups cards are telling me that it all starts and ends with opening your heart, with being open in your heart. And that's a decision that you can just make. Wow. I have no idea what these cards are going to give me. I really have no idea. But let's see. Subtlety. Subtlety. What do we have? A blessing in disguise. Perfect. Soft or muted understanding. Soft or muted understated expression, not overbearing. So the baby step thing I said before when the Page of Cups showed up, this is what it is. We're going to baby step our way forward. We're going to baby step our way towards the gift, and try this and try that. And we're going to use our intuition. We're going to feel into it. It's going to be new and it's going to be exciting. But we don't have to dive in like we know what we're doing. We can really just, we can take this in a more gentle direction. Okay, I'm going to move this over. Gratitude. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Let me show you gratitude. So the two mandalas on the top and bottom are fire. So this is energy here. This is energy. You have to approach the situations in your life that are asking you to adapt with gratitude. Thank you. Just say thank you, problems. Thank you, obstacles. Thank you, difficult working situation. Thank you, complicated relationship issues. Thank you. Health problems. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to grow. Thank you for this opportunity to find the shining pathway that I never would have found without it. If you look back on your life, on all the difficult things that you've gone through that are done, can you see the gift in them? Because I know that I can for some difficult situations that are done for me, as long as they're done. And I went through many years of seizures, and who knows, I might go through more, but currently seizure free. But the years that I was having a lot of seizures, it was kind of difficult and scary, and it forced me to adapt and expand. But now that I look back on it, the lessons were invaluable that I learned. They were invaluable. And if only we could have this gratitude in the moment, rather than just, rather than later in hindsight, being thankful, showing appreciation, recognizing blessings. And I think one of these symbols, I'm not really up on astrology, but there's little symbols. Okay, my finger's covering it. In the bottom right, and I think is that Aries? I think it's Sagittarius and Aries. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I just love that there's so much power. There's so much. This card is giving so much power, loving and beautiful power to the energy of gratitude. Love it. Let's see what else we got. Ambition. Woo! I'm putting it over here. Oh, but first let me show it to you. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Desire and determination to achieve a goal. Aspiration for success. Again, we have this one, which I think, is it Aries? And this is Taurus? I don't know. You tell me. Woo-wee! That looks really bright on the screen. Or at least on my screen, it looks really bright. Wow. Okay, so we've got the Earth Mandala and the Fire one. So this is running up a hill energy. And the ambition here, I'm getting very strong messages that the ambition is not yours. It belongs to the greater. It belongs to God. It belongs to your soul. That your soul said, all right, bite into this. Take a bite of this. And it may not taste good at first, but it's going to be good for you. You know, this situation that you have to adapt to, this situation that you've got to be playful with. Just dive into it. Go for it. And just notice that you're in a new place. The message is go for it, but notice that you're in a new place. And so there might be some subtle things that you may or may not know are going to be helpful. You know, it's like maybe the adapting to this new situation is going to open up a new door in an entirely different direction that you never thought you were going to go in. And maybe that was just that subtle thing that happened, a very subtle, you know, word from somebody, or something that you realized, or something that you saw, or something that you learned. So adapting to this situation means leaving behind the ego and saying, listen, ego, you had all these great ideas, but I have to step into something new. I have to be willing to be foolish and make mistakes and just, you know, and baby step my way into something new. Adapt. What can I do that's different? Even if it means doing something that I'm not really good at or I'm not really comfortable with. You know, the angels are telling me so strongly, especially Archangel Raziel, the entire angelic realm is really telling me you are supported more now than ever before, because the world has such a high vibration right now, and the angels are like, just go for it. Just step into this. Choose what has chosen you. Profundity. Oh my gosh. This is really special. Profundity. Truth is stranger than fiction. Yes. So this one is giving me High Priestess vibes, where the High Priestess is like, there is a profound gift to be found in this situation. And the High Priestess is saying, listen, folks, if you don't step into the uncomfortable, if you don't step into the darkness, if you don't step into the unknown, then you will never expand and you will never find the gifts you're meant to find in life. There are gifts here, there are blessings, and they're wrapped in these weird, uncomfortable circumstances that we shy away from sometimes. So I love this. This is so perfect. And we've got the water mandala and the air. It also says depth of knowledge, having great insight, wisdom beyond intellect. Adapting means finding the wisdom that you never would have found without the challenge. There's profound gifts, profound wisdom to be found. So my question for you is like, what is a circumstance that is just that in your life right now that is slightly uncomfortable, that makes you like, I want to change it, I don't like it, this is not in my wheelhouse, it's not going the way I thought I would, maybe I should just back off and do something else. What is that situation? And how can you lean into it using what you see so far? Using this curiosity, this playfulness, this awe and wonder. How can you be grateful for this? How can you just, dive in, stumble into this situation, knowing that there is a profound gift for you somewhere here? Maybe not in the obvious place. Maybe it's not going to take you in this obvious direction. Maybe this uncomfortable work situation has nothing to do with your work ambitions, but maybe it's relationship ambitions. Maybe you're supposed to learn something, entirely new that you never thought was going to be learned in this situation. Maybe you're supposed to make a profound connection, or just have an aha moment. We need to grow. We need those moments of like, oh, I'm not in my wheelhouse. I'm not in my old place anymore. We got to be in a new place now and then. And stepping into these uncomfortable situations, stepping into growth, or at the gym, like the last rep, it's like you said you were going to do like maybe 15 reps or whatever, and you got like, all right, we're going to do 3 more, or at least 1 more. My muscles are burning. Let's see if I can step in and do 1 more. That's just a metaphor. I'm not a personal trainer, so don't listen to any of that kind of advice. All right, so I've got 2 more cards. Where are they going to go? Well, maybe they'll just go on top. What do we have? Oh, interesting. Wait patiently and trust. I think what I'm getting from this is that your action, whoa, that's not showing. There we go. The action that you are, the act of being in this uncomfortable, slightly, expansive place where you have to adapt, where you have to be like, oh, I can't have that anymore, so let's adapt, let's do something else. Being in that place means that you have to be in that place maybe longer than you would like to. It's like the job that you don't like, that maybe, or the house you don't like, or the whatever, whatever the situation is where like, I want to change this, or the lease isn't up on your car, or whatever. It's like, I want to change this, but I have to wait it out. How can you adapt? How can waiting become the game? Waiting for change becomes the game of adapting, finding the gift. Sometimes just waiting can be like, well, you're in the waiting room of the doctor's office. All right, adapt. I'll look at a different magazine. I'll just be here and pray, or be here and meditate, or, listen to my guides, or something new, Sometimes waiting patiently and trusting means being in this uncomfortable place. Like, where's the gift? I'm going to step into the discomfort. Where's the gift? I'm just going to find the gift. Trust that it's there, even if it takes some time. This is what this is telling me, that it might take some time. You got to throw away all your ideas of what you thought it was going to be, And another message I'm really getting from this card is the picture. Like, this tree has like little, like there's the moon, and then there's little lights at the end of each branch. And that light is going to show up. That gift is going to show up. Trust that the gift is there. Maybe it just hasn't blossomed yet. It's just not quite there yet. Like, there's a couple of branches here without a little light at the end. Maybe it's coming. Your gift, your time is coming. It's okay. You can trust. You can trust that it's going to be all right. There will be a gift for you. There will be a gift. And the final one is soul vitality. This has come up for us before. Oh, right. Here's where I'll put it. I'm going to put it right here in the middle. Yeah. And this is lilac. And lilacs in my neck of the woods are very important, because there's a lilac festival up in Rochester, which is where I live nearby. And when the lilacs are in bloom, they're all in bloom, like kind of all at once, and then it's over in like 2 weeks. It's a very shortish period of time. And when they're in bloom, they release the fragrance. And so I think I'm getting like something similar for this one. The wait patiently and trust and this lilac are giving me the message that it's there. You can trust that it's there. You can trust that it will blossom. The gift is there. The profound secrets and gifts that are waiting for you in this situation, they are there. You can trust it. Be playful. Be open. Be ready. Be ready for it. Because when those lilacs are in bloom, you got to get right up to the park. You got to enjoy them, because they're not going to last. And those lilacs, they have such a scent that really uplifts the soul, I think. I just love it. So this is perfect. This is a perfect way to end, because this is like Archangel Raziel saying there is a gift for you. There is a wonderful, wondrous, beautiful gift. There is a shining pathway. Wait for it. It's coming. Truly. Step in. Lean in. Choose to accept the gift of this situation. And it will happen. It will happen. Look for it. Seek and you will find. Oh, this was beautiful. I think I could talk on forever and ever and ever. So better stop now before the before it gets like 45 minutes long. Seriously, I always think that I'm keeping it under 20 minutes, and I look and it's like 35 minutes. It's like, oh my gosh. But I hope this was good. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. There was a lot of good stuff in here. And so my message for you is my prayer for me, for you, and for all of us is trust and open your heart. Everything is going to work out. Maybe not in the way you thought it would, but it will. And so my prayer is that we all trust and open our hearts. So that is the message. That is the reading. If you would like to leave a comment about any reading, any topic you'd like me to cover, leave a comment. If you would like any services from me, there's a link down below. So that's all for now. Bye-bye.